Welcome to the ebook launch of my new fictional novel. And I welcome you, everyone who are here and everyone who are on social media. And you are welcome to this new journey that I started. And thank you for joining me. And this is a very special event because it's been years I've been teaching and guiding groups and writing academic books and for like 30 years. And uh, it's like it's my first time that I write something historical and fictional in a novel way. So it's a new work for me, but it's very deep work because I'm always thinking about archaeology and sites and pilgrimage and tourists, but people get tired from it. It's so much academic. But now because I'm in Texas for 2 years almost, I have the time all the way to think my mind rest and miss Jerusalem. And this is why I can widen my understanding and my thoughts. And I have the time now to write something fictional. So, to make the story short, this is a book launch first for the ebook. And the name of the historical novel is The Knight, the Horse, and the Black Hound. Of course, a knight from the Crusader time, 11th century, that's the historical context. Of course, a horse. Horses are really important in the 12th century with the Crusaders. And why a black hound? A black hound because of dogs. I'm in love with dogs now and in love with pets here, and named it after my own pet, which is called Shadow. So the name of the horse is Valin, and the name of the knight is a French name called Gouin. So Gouin is like, I know some French, and this is why I used French and Western understanding meeting with Eastern mindset. So this novel is about a pilgrimage to Jerusalem and a legacy for the keepers. And who are the keepers? I will not tell you who they are. They are a specific group of people lives in Jerusalem. But this night, he came to make war, but he realized that his life changed. So, I want to introduce you only tonight for a new book, but it's like a journey again into the Crusader Jerusalem and how the Crusader period looked in that city. I will take you through a memory. I will take you through how this night felt like a pilgrimage, and it will apply to any one of you who came to pilgrimage in Jerusalem. I will share with you in this story about some hidden testimonies and the questions of what must be preserved when history is forgotten. So let me tell you what I wrote, why I wrote this book. I wrote this book because, first of all, I miss Jerusalem. I miss walking the streets of the old city. I miss the churches. I miss the ruins. I miss the gates, especially Newgate, which is my home. And this is where the Crusaders first came in 1090, like 96, when they left Europe. The first where they entered was the Newgate, which is the Christian quarter. And I miss a lot of like history and archaeology, and mostly I miss friends. And I wrote this book for my friends, which are the keepers, the indigenous believers in the land of the Bible. So, Jerusalem is not just a setting to you. I try to make it like a living experience. And why did I use fiction now this time? Historical fiction, because truths are taught through lectures, right? But sometimes I can't express myself in academic lecture and get into the more details of the minors of the feelings of the people. So I used a lot of emotions in that book to tell the truth about how the locals can feel. And some truths are carried through stories. But I wanted to write this story that could carry the atmosphere of Jerusalem. And when the pilgrimage comes with expectations, how Jerusalem changes their life. And it's a mystery of memory. So Jerusalem is not only the history and the archaeology, it's what does to your own life and how it can change your life from inside. And the core burden of the novel is not only about this knight and his valley, his horse and his dog Shadow. And it's not only about that adventure, it's about witness, it's about guardianship, it's about history that is forgotten, and whether truth belongs only to the powerfuls or the crusades, or also the truth belongs to the ordinary local people who lives and carried the testimony and seen so many invasions, and not only crusaders. The locals have seen so many kingdoms and powerful empires invading them. So this is the heart of the novel. So let me introduce to you the story, all right? The story is set, as I said, in Crusader Jerusalem. It starts with Gawain. I know it depends how you like to pronounce it, Gawain or Gawain. I like the French name Gawain. He is a weary knight from a small village in France, and he'd done his pilgrimage. The name of the village is Artois. And by the way, these are real villages I took. And he went all the way through Europe. It's a long journey after Pope II, Urban II, had announced that everyone who comes to Jerusalem or arrives to the Holy Land, his sins will be forgotten. So I wrote about his personal challenges during this journey. And I make it like exactly how the Crusaders took the path. They went through Europe and then they arrived to Constantinople, and they saw Hagia Sophia. Remember, it was a church from that time. It's a huge church that is turned to a mosque today, but in the Crusader time. Anyway, and then he went to Antioch on his way in Syria, and they went all the way from Antioch down to the Holy Land. So I took the historical journey, but put his struggles in that journey. He was accompanied by his horse, of course, a strong horse. And horses are important for victory in the Crusader time, in ancient times. And his black hound, his name is Shadow. So along the way, along the journey, he finds hidden places in Jerusalem. I was in these hidden places, underpath tunnels. I was in these underpath tunnels, but I extended my fictional thoughts inside these tunnels. And he found fragments of scripture in Aramaic. And the mystery bellowed Jerusalem stones, and that mystery was deciphered by a monk. He made a friendship with a monk. And this monk decided to teach him this Semitic language, Aramaic, and his life changed because he found a prophecy speaking about a knight coming to Jerusalem. I'm just giving you the big picture. So this story moves through pilgrimage, danger, memories, and legacy of the keepers. And I will not give you more details. It's enough. Let me first read for you from the book. Let me share the screen and read for you something from the book. The Knight, the Horse, and the Black Hound, a pilgrimage to Jerusalem and the legacy of the keepers. Of course, I learned to from my 5 books, academic books I wrote before, I learned just to sign my books. This makes life easier for everyone. Anyway, dedication to the indigenous Christian communities of Jerusalem. These are my friends that I miss. The faithful witness who carried the light of Christ through the centuries, all the struggles they have endured throughout life. And to those who prayed, worshipped, endured, and remained. And to all whose names have been forgotten by history, but whose testimony still lives before God. There are so many people, martyrs for the name of God, because of crusades and because of war, had lost their lives, and no one remembered them. This book is dedicated to you. Now, I used the Psalm 78:4 because talks to me in this novel. We will not hide them from their children, but tell to the coming generations the glorious deeds of the Lord and his might and the wonders that has done. Hopefully, this fictional book will reveal the depth of the indigenous believers. And this is the map of Jerusalem, by the way, and this is the map of the novel exactly. So it takes place in the Christian quarter, actually, and in the side of the Holy Sepulchre. And then we have St. Helena Chapel below the Holy Sepulchre with the cisterns which existed today and have so many tunnels, hidden tunnels till today, which I explain about in the story. And I was focused on the St. Mark Syriac church. And this is an Aramaic speaking church that exists today. Actually, I take every group, I try my best to this church because it's like a jewel in the middle of the city. It's hard to find, but I made most of the story about this monastery that exists till today. And also the Mount of Olives and Mount Zion and the Tomb of David and the Upper Room and the Kidron Valley. So I used part of that Jerusalem that I've been born and raised all my life. So let me read a little bit about the prologue in the beginning. The city of stones and memory. There are cities that rise and fall with fortunes of nations. There are cities that belong to a people, and there is Jerusalem. But Jerusalem refuses to belong to any one age, empire, or tribe. Jerusalem belongs to the memory of humanity itself. She belongs to every generation that loved her, fought for her, mourned her, and longed for her. She has watched empires emerge from dust and return to it. She has heard the prayers of kings and beggars, prophets and pilgrims. Her stones have absorbed tears, blood, songs, and promises beyond counting. Long before crowns rested upon her heads, royal heads, shepherds walked her rugged hills. Very simple. Even now, the scent of olive wood, incense, dust, and ancient stones seems to linger among her streets. As through every generation has left a trace of itself behind. Long before banners of wars cast their shadows across her walls, voices called out to God from her valley. Through every age, people has journeyed toward Jerusalem, seeking truth, redemption, and destiny or hope, and through something hidden within her ancient heart, continues to call the human soul home. Some sought God, some sought power, some sought forgiveness, others sought glory. Few left unchanged. For thousands of years, Jerusalem stood at the meeting place of heaven and earth, faith and ambition, memories and hope. Empires rose and fell around her. Kingdoms claimed her. Armies conquered her. Yet the city endured. The stone remembered. They remembered the footsteps of pilgrims climbing towards the holy city for the first time. They remember the tears of exiles longing to return. They remember the prayers whispered in hidden chambers and sacred sanctuaries. They remember victories, remember tragedies. They remember those whom history forgot. For memory is Jerusalem's greatest treasure. Not gold, not relics, not crowns, memory. For kingdoms fade, but memory endures. And this is how the locals, we've seen kingdoms and powers coming, but our memory stays there. The stories of countless souls who passed through her gates, believing they were searching for the city, only to discover the city was searching for them. This is one such story. It begins in the year 1096, a year of vows and visions, a year when Europe stirred with rumors of distant lands and holy wars, a year when thousands answered a call that would change their lives forever. And them was knight from Artois in France. His name was Sir Gawain. He was neither king nor prince. No songs has been written about him. No chronicles recorded his deeds. He carried no great title, no ancient lineage. No prophecy seemed to guide his steps. He was simply a man carrying wand that could not be seen. A man burdened by memories he could not escape. A man searching for something he could not name. When he first heard the call of Jerusalem, he believed he understood the journey ahead. He believed the road would lead to a city. He believed the struggle would be fought with swords. swords. He believed the greatest battle awaited him, the walls of the holy city. He was wrong. The greatest battles would be fought within his own heart. For Jerusalem has a way of revealing truth hidden beneath armor. The city strips away illusions, it humbles conquerors, it tests pilgrims, it forces men to confront themselves. Many discover that the road to Jerusalem is far easier than the road within. Sir Gawain could not know this as he stood in the small chapel beneath the grey skies of northern France. He could not know that Valin, of course his horse, his steadfast war horse, and Shadow, his dog, his faithful black hound, would remain at his side through battles, desert, hidden mysteries, and discoveries that would change his life forever. He could not know that years later he would walk forgotten tunnels beneath Jerusalem. He could not know that ancient mysteries slept beneath the Christ's foundation, the city's foundation. Nor could he know that Jerusalem would transform him from a warrior into something far greater, a guardian, a witness, a keeper. Though he did not yet know the meaning of that word, because this is not merely a story about the Crusades. It is merely a story about Jerusalem, a story about identity, about faith, about memory, about the question every pilgrimage must eventually answer. What happens when the journey you thought would change the world ends up changing you? The answer lies beyond the horizon, beyond mountains and deserts, beyond battles and mysteries, beyond the walls of the holy city. And so our story begins with a knight, a horse, a black hound, and a road leading east toward Jerusalem, a road that would change everything. And actually, this is only an introduction, and this book will speak to you, because if you have been in Jerusalem before, it will bring a lot of memory to your life. And this is like let me just move the screen, stop sharing. Yes, this is like, it's Jerusalem preserves the truth, when you come to Jerusalem, because everything is real in the city. It's so genuine that it changes you. It's not fake, it's real. It's a tough place to live in. And what happens when history, like when you come with your memories to learn about history, it changes you. And this is Jerusalem. So in the novel, it's not only a place of pilgrims, it's not a place of conflict, but a place of memory, a place where heaven and earth, ruin and hope, history and faith, all mingle and mix together. It's so much into layers. And without spoiling the story much, the keepers are the people who preserved the spirituality of the city. They were the living testimonies of the scripture, and they were continuing their witness. They are the early followers of the message through generations. And also through this knight, Gawain, and the horse, Valin, and the black hound, Shadow, talks really about this memory. Like the knight, I talk about his burden because he's a person like me and you. He struggled. I speak about his pilgrimage, his vocation, and how his heart was searching to free Jerusalem. But when he arrived, Jerusalem freed him. I speak about the horse, his endurance, his companionship to his knight, and then I speak about the black dog Shadow, how loyal he was to his knight, and how Shadow guarded his knight, his person, and how he endured all the journey. Let me show for you a little bit about the cover page now. So I will read for you in the front. Of course, this is Jerusalem, clouds, and how it's shining. This is Shadow, this is Gawain, and this is Valin. The knight, the horse, and the black hound. A pilgrimage to Jerusalem and the legacy of the keepers. So this is what I wrote in the back. Some journeys are written in blood, others are written in memory. So I tried to bring the Crusader negativity and the bloodshed that brought with a negative image, because we, the locals in Jerusalem, when we remember the Crusaders, we remember hardships, we remember bad reputation. I tried to make a better image for the Crusaders. This one will change his soul forever. In the year 1096, Sir Gawain of Artois takes the cross, seeking an atonement, purpose, and honor in the Holy Land. Beside him ride Valen, the steadfast war horse, and Shadow, his loyal black hound. But Jerusalem is not what he expected. Beneath its ancient stones lies a secret kept of centuries, a brotherhood known only as the Keepers, and a testimony that could change the world. From battlefields and deserts to hidden tunnels and forgotten chambers, Gawain's greatest quest will not be for land or glory, but for truth, identity, and the meaning of legacy. A story of faith, friendship, and the light that survives through generations. So this was a little bit about the cover design. So this is a very emotional story. It have different layers. You can read it as a first layer that you can connect with it. A second layer, you can connect with the tunnels and the archaeology and the findings. And the third layer, you can connect with memories. You can connect with how people's lives changes when they come to Jerusalem and especially leave the city. So that's the general big picture. By the way, it's like around 600 pages, 604 pages, but it's an easy read, and it will like touch your heart. And I suggest for you, if you are in social media hearing this introduction, to buy the ebook. The ebook is out, but not yet the print book. Hopefully in a few weeks or 10 days, the print book will be out. And you can buy it from our website. I'm gonna share the screen with you where you can find the book. And this will be in our website and twinsbiblicalacademy.com. And you can go. And by the way, before buying, we have free webinars that we teach every week, which is here. And this is the webinar today. Next week will be about Solomon's Temple. The one I'm doing a series about healing and the theology of illness. So every week there is a new lecture anyway, but you can go to the shop here at the top of the website. Again, www.twinsbiblicalacademy.com/shop. And here is all our books that we wrote, me and Tony, in different format. We have paperback, we have hardcover, and we have ebooks. But for my recent book, it's only for ebook now. So when you buy it from here, it's only $9.99. And when you buy it from here, we will send you an email with the file. So it would be great if you share this with your friends. Share the link, www.twinsbiblicalacademy.com/shop with your friends and about this story, or even in Facebook. And it will be great to share also and leave a review after reading it, of course. And always 5 stars review if the story resonates with you. It will be like, if you are attracted to the story and you would purchase a copy, also share it with so many people who loves Jerusalem and who loves historical fiction, of course, after you read it and if you like it. And I will be so happy when I see that this story, because it's not only about fictional history, it's about leaving a legacy in people's lives that traveled to Jerusalem before. And I'm sure every pilgrimage that came to Jerusalem no matter what period, Crusader, Byzantine, Roman, and even modern 21st century, because I've been seeing thousands of people coming as pilgrimage to Jerusalem, and Jerusalem changed their lives. And this is why I decided, as a Jerusalemite born and raised all my life in the old city streets of Jerusalem, I decided to write a book about the people who are forgotten, the indigenous keepers, the Aramaic speaking 25 families of Jerusalem, that actually historically we helped the Crusaders when they came here. We are the only that helped the Crusaders, but they even betrayed us. But anyway, I made a fictional story, and I hope you would enjoy it and you will read it. So I will put the link in the chat, and I'm gonna open for any questions. If anyone have any questions or any comments or anything, you can go ahead, unmute yourself, and ask questions. Again, anyone is interested in this historical fiction, if you're in social media right now, the link will be below in the comment section. And the link is in the chat box, but I will put it also in the social media. Thank you. If anyone have any questions or any comments, or are you excited about it, or what do you think about the idea? Have you been in Jerusalem before? Can you connect with this story? And I poured my heart on it because it's been 2 years that I've been working on it, and the idea came to me actually 3 years now when I moved here after missing the city. And that's the reason why I wrote it, because I'm missing the streets of the old city and missing especially my community and especially my friends. Thank you. I hope this will give you some insights. Yes, go ahead, Brian, ask question.
Yes, and I'll apologize in advance. I'll have to leave here in just a bit because I have a 6 o'clock. But I was curious. It sounded like you reveal some underground passages in Jerusalem and so forth. So that's intriguing. Are these recently discovered passages? And so I take it they were connected to the Crusades. I guess this is the first crusade is the setting here.
Correct.
So is there, I mean, for the average tourist, is there some information here that would give us a bigger picture on what Jerusalem really is, especially underground Jerusalem?
Yes. These are not the recent ones, but what I've done with the tunnels and underground, the San Marcos Monastery and the Queen Helena Chapel under the Holy Sepulchre, all these underground tunnels, as a kid, I was playing there. As a kid, I was researching there. And as with my friends, we've done some like adventures. When we are bored, this is what we do in Jerusalem. So I brought these tunnels, and these are real tunnels. People who have been on me with tour, I would took them to that locations. But it's not in any other tours because no one goes to San Marcos Church, the Syrian church, the Syriac church. And no one goes below that church. I take the groups below that church. And of course, I expanded my imagination. No one goes nearby the roof of the Holy Sepulchre. There's the Coptic monastery, there is St. Helena Chapel, and there's a huge cistern under the ground. I don't know if some of you have been with me. I took them there. And when you enter the cistern, to the left side, there's a hallway. It's closed for public. So I expanded, even in Hyrcania. I don't know if you know, in the Judean desert, nearby Qumran, there are so many caves. And this is part of the story, it speaks about caves. So I took real life, genuine locations that I've been in throughout my childhood, and I grew up as a tour guide, and I added fiction to it, fiction reality, to explore a secret that belongs to Jerusalem. And only the people who visit Jerusalem will understand what is that secret, and their lives will change. There is a memory, there is a testimony, and there's a continuation of witnesses from the early church till today. Anyway, that's the discovery of it. So to answer you back, yes, these are real places that are, if you take the novel and you go to Jerusalem, you can find these places, but you're not allowed to go the extra locations underground. So only you have to have permissions to do that. There's a lot.
Awesome.
There is a
Well,
city
thank
under
you.
the city. You know that, Dr. Brian. There is a city under the
Yeah.
city, a complete
Okay.
city there.
All right. Awesome. Okay. Yeah. I think even the Masons meet once a year under
Correct. The cave.
where the Solomon's mines are under the city or
Correct.
something. There's just so much there that the average tourist is oblivious to. That's great that you've
Right.
incorporated. Yeah. Great.
Yeah. You will
Thank you.
enjoy, I'm sure, because you love archaeology and you're adventurous. You like coins too. So
Yeah. Well,
and
well,
ancient
thank you.
scripture. Good.
Sure. You
All right.
bet. Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else have comment, questions? And
Yeah, I would like to know, you talked about the Aramaic speaking church. Is that in the Christian quarter? And is that church that you attended?
yes, this is the Christian quarter nearby the Jewish quarter. There is a small hidden forgotten quarter in Jerusalem till today, which is called the Syriac quarter. That includes the Maronite church and the Syriac church. And this is a tiny quarter because there's not more than 25 families in that quarter. Even every tour that comes to Jerusalem, they do not go there because not many people knows about it. And this is the Syriac-speaking community of Jerusalem. And I mentioned the story, St. Marcos Monastery, that exists there. And I attend both churches, and I know the bishops, I know the monks. And even what I described, some monks do the same thing till today. They meet with pilgrimage and they speak about Aramaic and the inscription till today, but I made it much more fictional and much more enjoyable and much more deeper. But everything that I wrote in that book is inspired from real life of people who lives in Jerusalem and their experience. Of course, added a lot of fictional things in it, but based on reality, based on my experience, and based of how Jerusalem treats you. Yes, these are locations you can go today and experience the Aramaic inscriptions and even the monks. I named the monk in the story Abuna Matai. Abuna is father, Matai is Matthew in Aramaic. So Matthew is in English and Matai is Aramaic. And how he met the crusade and the night go on. And he made friendship with him and he revealed for him the secrets of Jerusalem. And through the secrets of Jerusalem, the secrets of the hearts of the ones of that night was healed. It's like any pilgrimage that come to Jerusalem, he leaves with his life changed. Jerusalem changes lives. This night came to destroy, to conquer, but his heart was conquered. His heart was changed because meeting the locals. So that's in general. Yes, to answer your question, Rita. Yes, it's a real story.
That is an inspiring story. I wonder how you got to that story, what kind of inspiration.
Being here, missing the city, missing Jerusalem, missing my home.
So the memory is also on you. You wanted to remember, and that's why the memory is so important to you. But now, the Syriac church and the Aramaic church, that is one, correct? It's not.
No, there's a Maronite church and the Syriac church. Actually, they are one. They are the same Assyrian Aramaic speaking community. But the Syriac church is earlier than the Maronite church. The Syriac church is from the 1st century. The Maronite church came in the 4th century, historically speaking. But they are brothers. We are brothers. We speak the same language. But we changed our name because we followed a monk, a priest from the early church, Saint Maron. Anyway, but they are same people. But it's the same neighborhood. The Syriac quarter is called in the old city. And if people have been in Jerusalem, they know what I'm talking about. It's built in Jaffa Gate, inside Jaffa Gate, the other side in the old city of Jerusalem. Only 25 families, that's all. Not more than 100 people, that's
amazing.
All. They're hidden jewels. So through this book, I brought them out for the world to be remembering them.
Mm-hmm. No, and the book is also something about these 25 families somehow, something, or hidden.
Yes, who they are. They are the witnesses from the 1st century till today. And this is what the knight had discovered. There are witnesses until the Crusader time that people forgotten about them. And these are the real people that live still today. Imagine, we're not out, we are not many in numbers. We have still the witness all the way back from Jesus' time. We are the keepers. We're the keepers of the legacy. We are, imagine that from the first century in Jerusalem till today, there are continuation of people witnessed Jesus. And think
It
about
makes you really important. This is really interesting. And now tell me, will this also be on Amazon later?
Yes,
on?
it'll be in Amazon later, just a week or two.
And do you also put it on like CBD, like Christian Book Distributors? Do you put it on there as well? Because this is a smaller audience, and then when they search for something, and it's a targeted, it's a Christian. So
yeah, I will do that. I will do that after Amazon.
And also, if we want to forward this introduction to your book today, will it be on the section of Twins Tours Biblical? Will it be there for that people can because it was so interesting what you said today.
Yeah.
So it will be there. It will be on the free webinars. Perfect.
Yes, it will be on the free webinars. Here there are free webinars. And here there is the launch about all my books. Let me see, where is it?
Yeah. And
it will be there if people want to see it. I think here at the master class. Yeah, this is my book club. The launch party is for other books. It will be here, yes. On the free courses. Great. So again, if anyone wants to buy it, you're online, you're excited about it, you go to shop. And from shop, you can get the copy of the ebook, which is released just yesterday. And in a few weeks, it will be released on Amazon too, the ebook. Any other questions? I have a note from Melissa. Can we buy the book today, Andre? I'm so excited to read it. Yes, you can buy it today. And I will put for you the link from my website. Actually, Amazon takes 70% royalty for ebooks. So if you buy from my website, it will be a blessing to me and my community and friends in Jerusalem, because all the income will go to Twins Tours office and the employees. So I'm indirectly, everything I receive, every penny is shared with the employees' monthly salaries. So this will be a blessing too. So I put the link on the chat, and the link will be also on social media too. Thank you. Thank you, Melissa. That's a blessing. You get it from the website. Great. Wonderful. Good. Any other questions? Any other comments? Leslie. Hey, good to see you, Leslie. How are you in Jerusalem right now?
No. Okay. So I am actually in Canada and I'm writing. And I remember that we did a book launch together several years ago.
Correct.
I wanted to say congratulations. I think the book is beautiful. The cover is very beautiful. And I found your prologue to be very, very moving and really an invitation to come in and read it. So I had a couple of questions. First of all, who designed the beautiful cover? Did you do that, or did
I have someone that works with my books, and he is from New Jersey, and he have a publishing company. So he worked on all my books. Not the first book, but the other books too.
It looks fantastic. Okay, so I am wondering, you were speaking about the keepers. Do they actually call themselves by that name? Is it an official title, or is that a name that you have given to them?
A name that I given to them because no one knows about them, and they keep the legacy. So I named them the keepers. I use that word because it's so valuable and so important. They kept the faith. Despite all the endurance, they kept the faith. Not for them, for people to visit Jerusalem. You lived in Jerusalem. Probably you can connect with all these tunnels and the stories and the Syriac monastery, St. Marcus. And actually it's behind Christ Church. And
I know it. I've been there.
Yeah. And have you been underground there?
They were doing big renovations last time I was there. So
That's true. That's true. That's true. Yes. And it's a lot of emotions. I cried a lot. It brought a lot of memories to me.
Yeah. Well, you know, I'm thinking as you're talking, you see, so I'm away from Jerusalem as well. And of course, it's such a big part of my life. And your book sounds incredibly evocative. But I'm also wondering, well, what is this exile from Jerusalem? What is that going to do in me as well? Because this is what it's done for you.
Yeah, you need to write. That means you're a writer too, so you need to write.
You're inspiring me.
Good, because it brought healing to my emotions when I write. And this time it's not academic, it's fictional. So in the Texas, actually, I have a lot of time that I can think. And it's brought healing to my life because I represented in a fictional way, because I'm a tour guide, I know history, but in a fictional way, the feelings and the emotions of pilgrims, the feelings and the emotions of Jerusalemites themselves, and how God changed their lives no matter the period of history. But I made it as a Westerner crusades because I want the West to connect with the East. And this is the only period Westerners can connect to Jerusalem. So this is why I decided to write it on the Crusader time.
Right. Yeah. Well, I can't wait to read it.
Great. Wonderful. Wonderful. Thank you, Leslie, for sharing. And good. Thank you so much.
And would you say that this addresses youth as well, or just adults?
Again, what was your question, Rita?
Do you think that your book will also, target young people, the youth?
Oh yeah.
Because they love books like that.
Right.
And so that would be wonderful, because then they would. And you could even do more books on this topic, explore one tunnel and another underground tunnel.
Right. It connects with young adults. And because number one books sold today in USA are fictional books. They are not historical fiction, fictional books. People are really, I don't know why in the West, they want fictional books. History books or academic books among young generations are not bought, but romance, fictional. Maybe historical, but I think fictional will have. I believe this book will do the best among all my books. I believe. I have a feeling. I don't know. I don't want to jump. I'm excited, so I don't want to jump. I think this book will do good because it's a good book. I carried my emotions into it. When you cry, writing and reading, it's real. And when you put all your emotions and memories come out, that's something that other people will touch their lives. Because in this time I talked about the other side. I talked about the pilgrimage, not myself. In all the books I wrote about myself. But this book I wrote about you as a pilgrimage coming to Jerusalem from your perspective, how your life changed.
I will certainly recommend it to our library, and I hope, and now it's available as an ebook, and later on you hope it will be also available as a hardcover book, or
Yes.
Oh, wonderful.
Thank you, Rita. Yeah. I wish everyone do like you, Rita. Expand the word.
It's really simple. You go to their local library website, and then you say request. We can't find the book. I can't find the book, and then they say request that book. And if it's a new book, they will almost always buy it. If people and the ebook, that's even better because it costs them less money. And more people can read it. So it's I personally prefer a real book, put in my hands.
Yep.
And research says a real book is still better. But so that's what I will absolutely do again. And I got most of your books in the library now.
Yeah, and I see Beverly, because you invested so much in the Christian community in Jerusalem and in Bethlehem. You will love this book. Beverly, you invested so much, so you will love this reading. It will bring a lot of memories, good memories. It's made for people who was in Jerusalem, and even if they didn't visit, but the ones who visited before will connect so much with the stones of Jerusalem and the living stones, the keepers. the real witnesses of the gospel. So good to see you, Beverly. Good to see you. Good. Any more questions? A few minutes. And again, if you're in social media listening to us about the book, you can find it in our website, www.twinsbiblicalacademy.com. And you can share in your social media, share on your Facebook, and sharing is caring. And the more the word goes out, the more you'll be a blessing to us. And I don't know, it's 604 pages. I don't know if people will read it. But if you start with the first chapter, you're going to continue. If you finish the first chapter, and you can finish it in one day, I tell you, in one day. I read it, like I made a test. I read it in one full day. So anyway, it's easy read. It's like, anyway, it's not perfect, but it's really good. It's deep. It takes you into layers.
Andre,
Yes.
I came late because I'm in different hour where I stay.
Sure. I'm glad you joined, Tony.
Did you get my message?
No. Let me see. I didn't do the wheel yet, but we have to give a gift for someone. And do you have the link, Tony?
Yeah, I'm ready. So
Tony is ready. There will be a free gift of the book for one of you who are on Zoom today. There'll be a free gift for you, and Tony will play and show you a wheel, and in that wheel, he will he have your names, and he will. Thank you for reminding me. I almost forgot. I was so excited, man. So there'll be a free gift of the book for you, the ebook. Oh, can you? Yes, great.
can you see it?
Yes, we have all the names: Melissa, Girl,
Yeah, got all the names. Hopefully.
Peter, Robin, Tamara, and we have Bonnie and Bev and Leslie and Rita. If anyone names is not here, let us know. But
I will add it before we start if your name is not here.
sure. Can you?
And Andre, the one who gets it, will send you his email so that you send it to him.
Yeah, put your email on chat. The ones who get the free ebook, put your email on chat, and I will send it to you immediately after this.
So I'm gonna click. I don't know how fast this is gonna go. We will see. Are you ready? Okay. Click to spin. 1, 2, and fire. Oh,
Easy now. Going, and the horse is like moving everywhere.
who got it? Bonnie. Yeah.
Bonnie, congratulations. You're the first one to get the book. Actually,
I'm very excited, Andre. Thank
actually, you're
you.
the second one to get the book. I just gave it.
Okay, so I need to put my email in the chat, you said?
Correct. Put the email in the chat, and I will send it to you privately.
Do you want to do one more time, Andre?
Okay, Tony. All right, you're the boss. You whatever you
All right,
decide.
one more time. We'll give it another chance.
All right.
All right, let's go. 1, 2, and let's see if it will work now. Yeah. Oh.
Who's that? Melissa. Melissa got it. Good, good. You know what, Tony? Is not fair. You have to do third time. And the last one, right? Melissa, if you put your email, I have your email, but it's anyway. So third time to be fair. All right, third time. It's okay, Tony. Third time. Go for it.
You're the boss. It's your book. I mean,
Thanks for showing up because I forgot completely about it. I'm thankful that.
No worries. One more time. And you ready, everyone? You ready?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, cool. Tamara Holmes.
Great, wonderful. If you put your emails on the chat, And you, congratulations. And the ones who got the book for free, I want one thing from you. One thing. After you read it, it will be on Amazon for sure. I want you to write a 5-star review, not 4 stars, not 3 stars, a 5-star review about the book. Because the more reviews we have, it gets higher into algorithm of Amazon. And one day, me and Tony will be famous. One day. And for Tony's book, if you didn't read it, please read it and give him 4 stars, not 5. Me, 5 stars.
And if I get less stars, even 1 star, I will get more reviews actually, because not the positive stars that makes more people come. It's the opposite.
Okay.
So, stars.
So again, 5 stars for Andre.
Anyhow.
And 5 for Tony. 5 stars. Good.
Good, very good.
And if you read our books before, you didn't give a review, please go and give review. If you hear me on social media right now, you read our books, it's important to have reviews. So thank you all. And thank you, brother, for showing up at the right time. Thank you.
Andre, you have a question on the chat.
Okay, thank you, Ruben, for telling me that. 1 second, let me see the chat. Thank you so much, Ruben. You keep us on track. So, I've been seeing an Ethiopian Bible, and they claim they have the oldest, most complete scripture that compiled a Bible. But seeing the history you have shared with us, is your history older than theirs? So, Ethiopian Bible is really a good Bible with 88 books and complete Bible written in Ge'ez, which is the original Ethiopian language, Semitic language. There's Amharic, there's Ge'ez, there's different ones, Tawhidi, but the Ge'ez is the ancient language. And I love the Ethiopian Bible. I love all what they wrote. And it goes back to the first temple, some of the books from all the way Solomon visiting Queen Sheba. And because Africa was not conquered so much, especially Ethiopia, by different modern Western empires, like all the Western world. So they kept the original language, the original scripture, and the canon was not changed. So they are genuine books, and they are really important. But read them and keep the focus on Jesus only. Now, it's very hard to find all these books. Be careful of social media today. They put it only for making money, and they will not send you all the books. Actually, they're not available for everyone. So whenever you see in social media, be aware. Even in Amazon, if they say it's not all the right translations, you have to be careful choosing what translation and what to get, because they're doing it today more as a business and rather than its academic writings. Or
in our tours, we went to the Ethiopian monastery and we saw one copy.
Right. Yes, they are really good books. If you have time to read it, it includes all the books of the Bible. If you want more information about this, check my academy. I made complete lectures about the book of Enoch, the Ethiopian Bible, all from the original context and original from an academic level. So you can go to the academy in some of the courses. And I will end with this. I will share with you my academy for the people on the social media if they want to learn more about history, archaeology.
There's a question from Tamara as well. So
yes, Tamara, go ahead.
I just actually have one marketing strategy if you hadn't already thought of this or if you're not already doing this. But first, I'm super excited about the book and congratulations. But I remember my very first trip to Europe, my travel agent gave me 2 books to read to basically give me a little bit of background for Italy and France. And it was Dan Brown's books. And they are historical fiction or basically fiction, but they include like lots of artwork and things of that nature. So if you haven't already thought about, partnering with travel agents, especially in the US, for people who are making their very first trip to Europe, to Jerusalem, as a book to read, so that even if their tours aren't going to those sites, if they have free time or off days, those are places that they could potentially visit. But just a thought, something that the Holy Spirit dropped for me.
Thank you, Tamara. This is a brilliant idea. I love this idea. That's very brilliant. Thank you.
And I read them. I bought the books and I literally read them, even though I knew some of the Mona Lisa wasn't at the Louvre at the time when I went, but it was good.
That's helpful. Thank you so much. That's helpful. Thank you. Again, for the social media people who want to learn more about academic, you can be academic and spiritual at the same time. To an academic level, we have Twins Biblical Academy. We have so many courses. We have more than 25 courses now. And if you buy the academy for $25 and monthly basis, every week we add a new teaching, and you can learn Aramaic, the Aramaic language if you want. You press here, you can have 10 lectures about learning the Lord's Prayer in Aramaic. There's also about the book of Enoch, what we just mentioned here. Also, you can learn about biblical Hebrew, how to read and write biblical Hebrew. Also another like 12, 13 lessons about biblical Hebrew. And they are all deep academic level that it will change your life and give you a good foundation of things you don't learn today from an Eastern perspective. Anyway, thank you for your question, Melissa. Thank you, everyone. And thank you, because it's bring us joy for me and Tony share our hearts, our lives with the Western Church, to bring the Eastern mindset of Jesus to the Western churches in the United States.